What up, family? It is your favorite uncle cousin Tyrone Gregory here. I just wanted to come on and share something with you real quick. As lately, I've seen things on social media and even had some personal experience myself, and it's something that I'm passionate about, and I really just want to share this with you, I guess. So here it is, because I always find it amazing when I hear people say that they want to be entrepreneurs, they want to be self-employed, they want to be their own bosses, but at the same time, they run away from money. Meaning that the only form of currency that they accept, or the only form of currency that they're willing to transact with, is cash, which is okay. I get it. Remember, cash is king. True indeed, and we hear it all day long, and it is true. I've even said it myself, cash is king. But it's 2019, and it ain't too many folks out there walking around with cash nowadays. Everything is digital. Even the criminals have went digital. Ain't nobody walking around stealing your wallet no more. They walking around with RFID readers stealing your credit card information. Everything is digital. And from my findings, the only reason people only want to accept cash only is so that they don't have to report it, meaning that they won't have to pay taxes on it, which is understandable. I get it. Nobody wants to pay taxes. Trust me, even myself as the self-employed tax guy, I do my best to avoid paying taxes legally. But that's where you go wrong. I want you to understand that you're losing out on cash every time you say, I only accept cash. And that goes for if you say, well, you can cash app me, or if you have Zeal or Zelle or whatever it is that people use to transfer. Not everybody has that. You need other ways of collecting payment and not just dealing with cash only. You know, saying that I only accept cash is equivalent to saying that, you know what, I don't want $250,000 because they're going to tax that. I'd rather just collect, my $80,000 to $100,000 and that'd be out. I'm perfectly fine with that. Do you know how that sounds? I know you're thinking like, I really wouldn't say that, but think about what you're doing when you say, I only accept cash, and you're running away from money. And just to illustrate that, let me give you an example of how that works. Now, in this example, I'm going to give my disclaimer because it is going to be the vaguest, most simplest example ever, because as always, everybody's circumstances is different. It may be different people who are married with 4 dependents versus somebody who's single with nothing. Everything is different, but I'm just going to show you why not trying to collect cash because they're going to tax it or you have to report it, what you're leaving on the table. Say, for example, if you have $100,000, right? And let's just apply the tax rate of self-employment tax at 15.3%. If you take that $100,000, multiply by the 15.3%, that means you're going to pay taxes of $15,300, leaving you to take home, right, $84,700. Now, that's good. Perfectly fine. 84,000. Hey, that's not nothing to shake a stick at. Good job there. But let's say we take that same. You're not just collecting cash, you're collecting everything. You're making it very possible, right, to collect everything. Now you've grossed $250,000. And let's apply that same 15.3% self-employment tax. That means that the tax on that is going to be $38,250. Yes, the taxes went up. At $100,000, you pay $15,300 at tax. At $250,000, you'll pay $38,250 in tax. And I know you like, God, that's a lot of money than paying taxes. And true indeed it is. But look at what the take home is going to be. $211,750 compared to what we would have took home if we would have just accepted cash only and just said we only made off with $100,000. So $211,000 and $750. $211,750. That is the number that you would take on. That is a significant increase just by accepting all forms of payment. So if you are serious about being self-employed, about being an entrepreneur, about being your own boss, there is a term that I want you to know. There is a term that I want you to embrace, study it, know everything there is about this term. And it's called profit margin. And the profit margin, in summary, is the amount by which your sales revenue exceeds your cost or your expenses. So however much you made in sales, the amount over what you spent, that is going to be your profit margin. And here's the thing about profit margins. They don't always have to be high. Yes, in a perfect world, our profit margins will be between 80 and 95%. But in reality, that's not always the case, especially across different industries. There are certain industries where the profit margin could be anywhere between, 6 and 13%. But here's the thing. That's okay. As long as your profit margin is positive and not a negative, you are winning. Eventually, one of these will make one of these. But you have to be willing to play the long game. You have to make sure that you are collecting every single one of these right here. That's exactly how the wealthy do it. The poor, on the other hand, does it the complete opposite. They'll spend all of this and maybe make this. And the reason is because they buy depreciating assets. And I'm not going to even get into that. That's a whole different story. Okay, so let me get to my point. I said all of that to say this. Stop running from money. Yes, the more you make, the more they're going to tax. But at the end of it, when everything is all said and done, you'll actually have more money. So please, it is, again, as the recording this video is 2019, there is so many ways to collect funding. One of the main things is that most people nowadays walk around with plastic in their wallets and not paper cash. So you can get you one of these here. It's a Square reader. You can go to squareup.com, order one. They're absolutely free. And what you do is you just simply grab your smartphone, you plug it into the part where you plug in your earphone jack. I don't know how you iPhone users do, but I'm sure there's a way. But you plug it in there and people can swipe their card and you can collect the payment right here on your phone. They can sign it. They can do whatever. Very simple. And it's free. Of course, there's going to be service charges, but the service charges are tax deductible. So you can write it off against your income. It's still to your benefit. Just please stop saying that I only accept cash. All right. Listen to me. Please listen to me. Please don't be afraid to make money. Learn to play the long game. The late, great Nipsey Hussle said that it's not a race, it's a marathon, right? We have to learn to play the long game if we want to be wealthy. All right, family, that's it for my little rant. I really just want to make sure that you really learn to play that long game. Get your money up. Go on to squareup.com and get you one of these. No, Square's not paying me to promote this. I'm doing this because I want to see you make it. It's very, like I said, this is free. Even PayPal has one very similar, I do believe, where you just plug it into your phone and you can collect payments via PayPal. Learn as much as you can about portable POS systems, right? I mean, they're out there where you can do more than just collect cash. Quit missing out on opportunities because you're not able to serve your customer base. That's all I want to tell you. And again, I tell you this because I love you, and I will see you at the next one.